Hi everyone, it's Chris from Chris vs. the World, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to give you guys a technology review. So today I decided I would review the Samsung Galaxy S4. And it's a very nice phone. I'll just say that right from the start. As you can see, it's got this unique pattern going on. It's made of a very cool material that you only find in this phone. It's a polymer blend. It's kind of a cousin of Teflon. It's the same sort of material you'd find in race cars and frying pans. And it's got a very sleek feeling to it. Now, as far as differences between the S3 and the S4, the camera here has 100 megapixels, which is quite a bit more than the S3's 6 megapixels. As you can see, there is also a Verizon logo on the back of the phone now. Also, the speaker is in this location now, near the bottom of the phone, whereas originally it was somewhere else on the S3. Let's move on to the sides here. As you can see, it's got a nice metal finish to it on the edges, very nice, and it's made of titanium, pure titanium, the same thing you'd find in Wolverine's claws. Right here we have the lock button. It also doubles as the power button when held down. On the top we have a standard headphone jack, a microphone for when you're in speaker mode, and right here is a nice cool feature. It's an infrared dot meant for turning your phone into a remote control or a garage door opener. On this side we have the volume button up and down, and it also can be doubled as a button for the camera shutter, which is pretty cool. On the bottom here we have our standard microphone and our charging input. Standard stuff, pretty much. On the front, this is where things get really interesting. We have this nice, beautiful 5-inch screen. Now here's the home button. You've seen this before in iPhones and iPod touches. Now, not only does the power button turn on the screen and unlock it, but the home button can as well, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it also, when you click it, it also reveals the back button and the menu button. So let's get into this. Got a nice, beautiful, vivid screen, as you can see here, but it gets even more vivid when you swap down to your settings. Automatically, you get your settings, which is really nice. Now here, I can change my brightness right on the fly. And as you can see, this is a beautiful, bright, vivid screen. It's even better, though. Let me go ahead and lower this a little bit for the video. The screen is really good. Only problem is, it's a fucking piece of shit. As you can see here, I have cracks all over the screen. Now, these cracks appear about 2 weeks into owning the phone, which you might find a little off-putting. You might even be upset about it at first, but I've grown to realize and love these cracks. It's clearly a standard feature that Samsung is really trying to put into our minds right now. They want to be the leading edge in cracked screen design. Not all screens are this shitty. When my screen cracked, it was actually in my pocket. I didn't drop this phone at all. The screen was in my pocket, and my leg lightly pressed into a cabinet, and the screen cracked all the way from here all the way down here. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but it's pretty cracked up. Now like I said, I've grown to love these cracks. Let me show you why. First of all, let me go into my settings here. With just a smooth screen, a flat screen, a non-cracked screen, you don't feel any texture to your touches. However, with a cracked screen, I feel things much more than I ever did before with a flat screen. So, for example, when I touch this settings button, I feel the settings. I feel cracks and ridges, and it's like having an old man kiss your thumb, okay? So, yeah, these are the settings. That's boring. We're talking about the cracked screen now, though. So, I can feel everything, and I don't get that with a cracked screen. Now, I want to talk about the camera. Like I said, there's 100 megapixels on the rear camera, but what about the front-facing camera, the one you're seeing right here? This is where it gets interesting, because the crack actually goes over the front-facing camera, which gives us a nice foggy effect. And That's just not possible without a cracked screen. As you can see, the cracks are very clear right here. Another bonus of having a cracked screen is that, look at the frame right here when I'm moving the phone. See how choppy and slow it is? That's because the camera is constantly trying to adjust to focus. It can't do that when it sees a big fucking crack through this right in front of the camera. So that's another cool feature. It really makes you think twice about which photo you want to take and whether or not it's worth it. Now, I wanted to compare the S4 screen to my old phone, which was the Droid 3. As you can see, I've had this phone for about 2 years almost. And as you can see, the screen, a lot of fingerprints. No scratches or cracks or dents. This phone's made by Motorola. They both claim to use Gorilla Glass, but I have a feeling the Gorilla Glass in the Motorola phone is a lot thicker, therefore more durable than the glass in the S4. I've thrown the Droid 3, I've cracked it, or I haven't cracked it obviously, but I've thrown it, I've dropped it. It's just never cracked or done anything. And that, I think, is very backwards thinking on the part of Motorola. This is the future. Cracked screens are the future, and Samsung knows what's up. Originally, I did not want a cracked screen. I wanted a flat screen, and I was kind of upset about this, so I contacted Samsung, and they said that they would be happy to fix my phone if I were to send it to them for a week and a half, and they would decide whether or not it was my fault. And they said that they were most likely going to say it was my fault. And then they would charge me $180 to fix a 5-inch piece of glass. And that's completely fair. You know, I paid about $200 for this phone, and $180 sounds about right for a little piece of glass. So if you're interested in a very nice designed phone with a piece of shit screen, I highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy S4. That's it for today, everyone. This is Chris versus the world. My name's Chris. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.